me, it's everyone knows us as baseball players, and I feel like wherever you want to go, you want to try to embed yourself in your community, right? This is home for us.
I mean, what a great guy. I mean, the guy cares. He cares about Philadelphia, and he's an awesome athlete.
I think if you're screaming and yelling a lot, if you're having a lot of team meetings, if you're getting ejected a lot, it kind of loses its significance. So when Dad goes out there and raises his voice, not that often, it's more impactful, is it not?
I'm Greg Murphy.
I'm Sam Stafford.
I'm Todd Zalecki.
This is Ruben Amaro.
I'm Jim Salisbury.
I'm Lieutenant Moore with the Philadelphia Fire Department. Welcome to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism.
How do they do that?
A vacation in Montgomery County, PA is so affordable, you might lose your cool.
Oh, geez. Don't worry about it. It's free.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
Yes!
Parking is free!
Free!
It's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
Philadelphia's favorite sports boutique and Wayne's favorite card store have joined forces to create an exciting new experience on the main line. Together, Shibe Vintage Sports and Wheelhouse Cards are offering fans a one-stop shop for throwback sports clothing, cards, memorabilia, and more, all the while supporting small community businesses. Be sure to check out their new locations in downtown Wayne, on Paoli Pike in Westchester, and online at shibesports.com.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. I'm Greg Murphy. You probably know what Kyle Schwarber is doing out on the field this month, but what you may not know is what he's doing behind the scenes to help first responders and their families. Our Sam Stafford caught up with Kyle at his block party at Yards Brewing to find out how he's raising awareness and funds for these hometown heroes.
Thanks, Greg. We're at the 500 block of Spring Garden at Yards Brewery, and today we're going to learn more about Schwarber's Neighborhood Heroes. We're going to talk to some of the nonprofits that they support. We're going to talk to Kyle himself about what this foundation means to him, and we're going to find out how Kyle Schwarber and Philly's own Yards Brewing paired up. Kyle, you bring Neighborhood Heroes to every city that you play in. How important is it to keep spreading that message?
Yeah, for me, it's everyone knows us as baseball players, and I feel like wherever you want to go, you want to try to embed yourself in your community, right? This is home for us, and we're raising our kids here, and we want to try to get involved in the community as much as we can, and obviously this means a lot to my family and our background, and try to create a lot of good in the community and create great experiences for people, and for everyone to kind of know us not just as baseball players but as humans as well.
What's your goal for the families that come out today, Kyle?
Yeah, for one, it's just to have fun. This night's for them. This is a celebration for them, one, and obviously we want to go out, raise some good dollars for them, and be able to distribute money. I think we're up at $117,000 of grants going out at least tonight. That's just tonight, and there's going to be more to come.
You've already mentioned about doing this in a few different cities, especially with already having such an intense relationship with Philadelphia. I guess, what have you learned spending time with such a unique part of the population, I guess city by city? What makes that part of Philadelphia unique compared to the others?
Yeah, I feel like I've been pretty fortunate in my career to play a lot of really good sports towns, and I think this is kind of just an ultimate sports town, right? That everyone is living and dying with their sports teams, and they want their teams to do well, and they want the individual to do well, and to see the support that you get, obviously just from Phillies fans, you'll see tonight. It means a lot, and I think the city itself is beautiful. The people are great. That you can't ask for a better fan base to go out on a daily basis and go out there and give it your all. They want that from you, and you try to give that every single night for them.
Kyle, is it safe to say if you weren't a professional baseball player that you would have went into this kind of career?
Yeah, I think I've been open about that. Obviously growing up with dad being a police officer, mom was a nurse, and my sister was in the military and now a police officer. It would have probably been something I would have done. And, I kind of got, my dad would pick me up from school, and I'd go right to the police station and finish the workday with him, and kind of got the first clubhouse feeling of being around everyone.
Kyle, you speak about community and the community you're part of, the Phillies team. How much does it mean on a night where you guys have just sort of come home and finally have a little bit of time off, that you're going to have some of your teammates, other person from around the team come to an event like this? I know that's been a big priority with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, the support that we have with each other, we have a big family in the clubhouse, and obviously you don't ever expect anyone to come, but to see the support that our guys have every single time that we have a charity event, and see what they do for, one, obviously the city, but two, for the community and within the city as well, it's amazing for what these guys do, and we really appreciate all the support that they give us, and you can't say enough good things about the guys that we have in the clubhouse.
This is your second year teaming up with Yards for this event. Can you talk about that partnership?
Yeah, Yards has been unbelievable with us. That we've partnered, and we got the little Philly standard going on, and trying to promote that as much as we can. But also too, it's such a great venue. I remember my first time coming here actually in 2022, and with Hoskins event, and just seeing how great of a space it is, and obviously. How much people enjoy it. I think last year we had an Eagles game going on during the event last year, and we could hear some tears going on. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a great place, great people to work with. They've been fantastic with us throughout this whole course, and can't say enough about how they are and how they go about their business with the community.
Hey guys, I am here with Nick Learman of Team Foster. Nick, so what's it mean to be partnered with a guy like Kyle Schwarber helping you guys out?
Oh, it's funny. I tell people all the time, it's one thing to say I support veterans or I support your service. It's another thing to do something about it. Kyle and Paige are 100% in. It is completely authentic and sincere. And it's so impactful to our organization for somebody with their platform to support Team Foster and our mission.
Can you let us know what exactly does Team Foster represent?
Sure. So Team Foster was founded in honor of my friend, Captain Eric Foster, after he was killed in action. We raised money to provide accredited life-saving service dogs for injured and disabled veterans.
And where can people find more information on Team Foster?
Yeah, it's very easy. You just go to teamfoster.org and we'll learn all about all of our initiatives, all our events, and everything you can do to get involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Brandon Wilson of the Philadelphia Fire Department Foundation. Brandon, obviously people know what the fire department is, but what does the foundation focus on?
So the Philadelphia Foundation is an organization that participates and helps support our fire prevention activities in the city of Philadelphia, and the Schwarber Foundation itself benefactors us.
How did you become a partner with Kyle Schwarber and Neighborhood Heroes?
So the Philadelphia Foundation is always looking for people to support the mission of fire prevention in the city of Philadelphia, and they were the ones who made that initial connection with the Schwarber Foundation, and it's just been a partnership that's been great for everybody.
Now with school's out, I'm assuming you really hit kids with the fire prevention, but what are some of the summer programs you guys have going on?
So we have quite a few summer programs. We have our summer camps that are in the city of Philadelphia. We also have a great summer camp named after a fallen firefighter who passed away a few years ago, Joyce Craig. All those camps are in her honor, and we just continue to share that mission of fire prevention, smoke alarms, home safety plans.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mark O'Connor of Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. Mark, what's it mean to be partnered with a guy like Kyle Schwarber and Neighborhood Heroes?
Kyle is an amazing man. He's done more for the people of Philadelphia in 3 short years than most athletes do in their entire careers. He gets the pulse of the city, and the first responder community is feeling it's a difficult time, let's say, to be a first responder in our society, and he gets that, right? So he reaches out to them, which is exactly what we do at Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. So it's wonderful to be able to support him and what he does as he supports us. He gave us a grant last year, and in a very short order, we had to use that grant for a suicide. An officer killed himself, and we were there with financial support for his family. And so Kyle is right in the forefront of this. in taking care of these first responders and teaching them how to cope with this very difficult job they have.
All right, time now to throw it over to Philadelphia's preeminent quizmaster. It's Johnny Goodtimes, and he's got some baseball trivia.
Who is the only Philly to ever die by being swept over Niagara Falls?
Phillies Nation is your source for breaking news, original analysis, trade insights, and more. With credentialed access, our team of writers brings you first-hand accounts from your favorite players on today's team, minor league prospects of the future, and Phillies alumni from the past. Join our community and connect with hundreds of thousands of diehard fans through our social media, road trips, tailgate parties, and charity events. Don't miss a thing. Be sure to visit PhilliesNation.com every single day.
Welcome to This Week in Philly Baseball History, presented by Shibe Vintage Sports. This week features two memorable pitching performances. First, Jim Bunning's unforgettable perfect game at Shea Stadium on Father's Day in 1964. Then, 7 years and a day later, Rick Wise dominates Cincinnati by throwing a no-hitter and hitting 2 homers. Celebrate Philly sports history with a unique Father's Day gift from Shibe Vintage Sports. Visit them at 13th and Walnut Streets or shibesports.com.
When you open the BetParks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. BetParks.
Who is the only Philly to ever die by being swept over Niagara Falls? One of their all-time greats, Big Ed Delahanty, got drunk on a train, got kicked off, and fell off a bridge.
If you're a trivia buff, head to JohnnyGoodtimes.com to hire Johnny for your next company party or private event.
What was your favorite video game as a kid?
Probably any sports game or Call of Duty.
Ooh, probably Madden or NCAA Football 14.
Probably Super Smash Bros.
Call of Duty.
What's your favorite video game now?
Call of Duty.
Probably The Show.
Do you play as yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think about your rating?
I think it's okay, but I mean, we got the real 99, so it's pretty fun that way with it.
Call of Duty.
I've been playing a lot of 2K, NBA.
What was your favorite video game as a kid?
I actually didn't play video games, so bad person to ask. No, I've never owned a Xbox or PlayStation or anything. Always playing outside.
Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. We heard from Kyle and all about Schwarber's neighborhood heroes and all the good they do. But now we're going to talk to Tom Kehoe and Frank McLaughlin and learn about their pairing with Kyle Schwarber and Yards Brewing. Hey guys, I'm here with Tom Kehoe, owner of Yards. Tom, can you give us a background? What went into creating this brand of Yards Brewing that it is today?
So, I mean, we're celebrating our 30th year this year. We're so fired up about that. And it's really being part of the community. I mean, we really love to do events like this, you know, where we're sharing and helping people. And, you know, we're shutting our doors to have a bunch of people in here that are all going to have an awesome time.
What's it mean to partner with a guy like Kyle Schwarber?
I mean, what a great guy. I mean, the guy, you know, cares. He cares about Philadelphia, and he's an awesome athlete. And we just love rooting for him. It's like we have one of our team on the team, which is really cool.
Now, we spoke to you before with What's Brewing, and you guys have the Philly Standard. Now you expanded it. Can you tell us what you guys did with that?
So we took the Philly Standard and we wanted to appeal to a lot more people. So we made a punch, an orange, and a lime, and they represent, you know, the 3 sports, you know, which, well, punch represents both the Sixers and the Phillies, but the lime for the Eagles and the orange for the Flyers. And we just love Philly sports and the tailgating that goes with it.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Tom.
Yep. Cheers.
Hey guys, we're here with Frank McLaughlin, the GM of Yards Brewing. Frank, first, we got to start out with this beer. Look at the can.
He's handsome, isn't he?
I got to ask you, so tell the people at home, what inspired this beer and why did you guys choose Kyle Schwarber?
So Kyle came to Philly and wanted to link up with a local brewery and wanted to do something for the community. We got together with him and his foundation, and we wanted a beer that everyone could drink. So we made a easy drinking tailgate beer, crisp, enjoyable. It's like a macro beer, but it's made in a local brewery.
Now, when you guys make this, does Kyle get any say, or does his face just go on the can?
Kyle tasted it. He actually worked in the brewery one day, drove the forklift a little bit, and did some photo ops for us. So we consider him an employee here.
Now, what kind of taste does this have? Like, what are the hints of it?
It's a beer. It's Dad's beer, like easy drinking. You're gonna drink it on tailgating. You're gonna drink it in the stadium. You're gonna drink a lot of them. You're not gonna drink one because of high alcohol. You're gonna drink 10 of them.
You talked about how you partnered with Kyle Schwarber since he's been here, but what made you guys really join Neighborhood Heroes as well?
That's his foundation, and we felt like, hey, who better to support than the local fire and police, and everything he does with them, it's great. I mean, we work with the police and the fire and everybody. Like, we love supporting them. We give them discounts, so they, it's an easy decision.
When I talked to Kyle earlier, he couldn't just rave about how great this facility is and all the events you guys have with the Eagles and everything. So what do you guys have coming up?
Oh, all we care about is having a big place for people to watch the games. Like, we want to make it a place to come, neighborhood people to come watch games here. When you're in here and it's a full crowd for a World Series game or a playoff game, it's just as electric as Citizen Bank Park, and people are standing on tables at the end of the night having fun, and it's a celebration.
Now, when you guys look to get a guy like Kyle Schwarber to partner with you, how big is it when you guys find out that you landed it?
Oh, the fact that he hits home runs every other night is huge. Like, if he was terrible, this would be a horrible partnership, but he's delivering every day, and especially in June, as we're seeing now.
Do you guys have any other Phillies beers that we can expect sometime soon?
For Phillies players?
Well, like Phillies mashups.
All our beers are Philly beers. We don't want anybody to be drinking beers from other cities. We want people drinking your hometown beer. You should be drinking a Kyle Schwarber beer while you're tailgating, while you're at the game. If I see another person drinking a beer from Colorado or New York or wherever, get the hell out of here.
What makes a beer a Philly beer?
Brewed in Philly, made by Philly. Everyone who works here lives in Philly. We support the community, and we want that the same way.
Now, Frank, you talked about some of the events you have, but where can people go to find out more about you guys? And do you have any tickets available? You guys walk in?
We are WatchCityBrew.com. A lot of people know us here, but we're on the corner of Spring Garden and 5th, and we're in Center City. We have free parking. You can come before a game, get a meal. If it's super hot outside, come here first, and you can drive right down to the ballpark. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you, Sam.
And now a crazy Philadelphia sports story.
Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and 180 pounds, Stuart Slim Jones was the tallest player in the Negro National League. After nearly throwing a no-hitter in the Philadelphia Stars' 1934 home opener, he famously battled Satchel Paige in front of over 30,000 fans in Yankee Stadium, in what many have called the greatest game ever played. The slender flamethrower finished the season with over 20 wins and clinched Game 8 of the Negro National League Championship, played at 48th and Spruce Streets, by pitching a shutout and contributing an RBI double at the plate. It was the Stars' only championship. Tragically, Jones died 4 years later at the age of 25 after selling his coat to buy a bottle of whiskey. On one particularly cold night, the former phenom collapsed, falling in the street in a drunken stupor and froze to death.
You're watching Phillies Nation! Woo!
From Octavius Cotto to Connie Mack to Edith Houghton, it's always been about more than baseball in Philadelphia. That's why, in the spirit of those pioneers, Shibe Vintage Sports is a proud supporter of the Anderson Monarchs youth baseball program in South Philly. We believe that it's important to honor the past and also invest in the future. You too can support youth baseball in Philly. For every Philadelphia Stars shirt sold, a portion will be donated to the Anderson Monarchs. Visit SCHWARBE'S.com.
A vacation in Montgomery County, PA is so affordable, you might lose your cool.
Oh, geez. Don't worry about it. It's free.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free? Yes!
Parking is free! Free! It's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out!
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
How do they do that?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. I'm Greg Murphy. You know, our trio of Jim Salisbury, Todd Zalecki, and Ruben Amaro Jr. have their share of opinions. And on this week's Phillies Show, they share their opinion on Rob Thomson's most recent argument with an umpire down in Baltimore and what that can do for a clubhouse.
You could tell it was a frustrating weekend when you saw mild-mannered manager Rob Thomson, as mad as I've ever seen him. Have you ever seen him that mad?
Never.
I mean, I've asked him some dumb questions over the years, and he has handled, I haven't even seen him raise an eyebrow at me, but obviously that's a lot different. But I've never seen him on the field lose it like he lost it on Sunday. And afterwards, players in the clubhouse said they really appreciated seeing Rob Thomson have their back and show up for them and argue on their behalf. And that stuff can be meaningful, right? I mean, I always remember Charlie Manuel saying this: you got to pick your spots. And I know I know you guys probably hear this a lot too. Fans wondering why Rob Thomson doesn't show more emotion, or why he doesn't get thrown out more, or why he doesn't bench a guy if he does this or does that, why he doesn't have more team meetings. Not that they've needed a lot over the past couple of years, but I think if you're screaming and yelling a lot, if you're having a lot of team meetings, if you're getting ejected a lot, it kind of loses its significance. So when Dad goes out there and raises his voice, not that often, it's more impactful, is it not?
No question. If you do it all the time, you lose your cred. It's like when Pat Gillick used to walk through the clubhouse. Pat didn't hang around the clubhouse a ton, did he, Ruben? I don't remember him around the clubhouse a lot.
No, that wasn't his thing. He was way more stealth than that.
Yeah, like that was maybe he was in there, but earlier in the day. But when Pat kind of walked through the clubhouse, I always felt like everybody perked up a little bit because it was kind of unusual. But yeah, you got to pick your spots.
Charlie got tossed on May 15th, 2012. He and Bob Davidson went nose to nose in a game.
Balk and Bob.
Yeah, they went nose to nose, and both of them got suspended. Charlie got suspended. I think maybe just Bob Davidson got suspended. He got suspended for one game for his actions and not de-escalating the situation. And that did not look like a situation that was anybody was trying to de-escalate that one. It was like, let's let these guys go. That was wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both got after it a little bit.
They did. They both got after.
That was old school. We don't see a lot of that anymore with technology and the robotization of the game. Speaking of which, I mean, someday we might see automatic strike zone or automated strike zone. The hitter or the pitcher or the catcher would tap the head and get a challenge, and it's a strike. I mean, how do we feel about that?
I think we're headed there. I mean, the slippery slope started and I remember David Montgomery talking about it, when the challenges in general were going to happen. At some point, all of it was going to start working its way down the slope. And so it's going to happen. It's just, I'm not sure exactly how they're going to manage it, but I'm sure they'll manage it one way or another, whether it's a challenge or it's automatic all the time.
Yeah, I like the idea of a challenge system. I know, Ruben, I believe you said you like the human element of the game, and I don't disagree with that. But I will say that perspective always changes if it's Game 7 of the NLCS. Bryce Harper's up 3-2, and it's ball 4, and instead it's called strike 3, game's over. Those are the moments where I go, I'm not so much. I don't know how much I'm into the human element of the game.
Welcome back. A few weeks ago on the show, we introduced you to Phillies bat boy Adam Cronale as he was raising money for the Greater Philadelphia chapter of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Well, I am happy to report that Adam and his team raised over $83,000 on his way to being named this year's Visionary of the Year. Congratulations to Adam. You may remember that Adam was diagnosed when just 15 years old with a form of lymphoma. He beat that cancer, and now, with his job as the Phillies bat boy, he continues to give back. And speaking of giving back, we told you the story earlier tonight about Kyle Schwarber and his hometown heroes. Sam, take it away, and thanks for telling that story.
Thanks, Greg. Schwarber's Neighborhood Heroes help so many first responders and their families in a variety of ways. It's always awesome to see how these guys can find time to give back to their community in their off days, not to mention all the support that they get from their clubhouse. For Greg Murphy, I'm Sam Stafford, and we'll see you next week.